Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? What are you giggling about, Annie? You getting wood? Thought it was a good title, and then I realized it should be 9 episodes onwards that title should be there, but hey. There you go. So I got trees to cut down. Look good on paper. Yeah. We got trees to cut down and more to plant. I want to get all the saplings that we got from our journey south planted so that we can get as much different trees going here. Let's just sleep through this night though. Annie, I also want to say thank you for your service. I meant to say it yesterday, but my internet was utter trash. What do Americans do to celebrate uh we call it Remembrance Day. The Commonwealth calls it Remembrance Day. I don't need you in my hand. Make me hungry. Oh, that's pretty. That one's staying. You come down as well. Let's start down here because I want to get this cleared out so that we can get more. Like I'm planting a lot more over here now. While we wait. Mostly backyard barbecue. A lot of places give us free meals with ID, of course. But do other people do anything? Like here, we don't celebrate it. It's basically a day of, in a sense, mourning. We hold massive what do you call them? Like massive ceremonies where people come out and like the average person comes out for the like it usually starts at 10 o'clock because 11 o'clock is the silence that we observe. But is what they do here not like it's a block party or anything? Like I think Ottawa's usually has 20 to 30,000 people at it. Toronto has a few of them on at a time. Like the city I live in, usually when I like we have two now because we're a bit bigger of a city than we were. A couple thousand people show up. You have like a parade for like the current military and police put on parades for the retired vets. Whether or not pending. Cat. Oh, that hurt. Just put a ring around this. And then at 11 o'clock you do the minute of silence. But pretty much the entire country shuts down at 11 o'clock for 1 minute. Why did I put you guys next to each other? Really? So I have the mod on here that basically if I chop down this tree, I get 1 sapling back, which means that every time I chop down a tree, I'm going to like basically not lose a sapling. I would like more than 1 though, which is what I'm trying to do here. Redwoods are notoriously bad, like in the game, redwoods are notoriously bad for giving out saplings here for seeds. I honestly don't know. July 4th is usually a bit more extravagant. Yeah, but July 4th isn't about veterans. July 4th is about like the day of your country's birthday, same as July 1st for Canada. Where November 11th is purely about the veterans. Veterans Day is celebration of service for all veterans, whereas Memorial Day is a somber remembrance of those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Which one was yesterday? Veterans Day. No. When you die, your options are respawn or rage quit. Splat. We all knew it was gonna happen. So, one more thing about this. Apparently, this is not a thing in the US. You don't wear poppies in the US. Is that right? Is this just a Commonwealth thing? Say what? Poppies? Yes. We wear poppies to basically, like 2 weeks before November 11th, we buy poppies. Everybody like buys a poppy and puts them on their left breast over their heart. So it's a pin with like the red flower. Is Memorial Day? Okay, so that like we do that one here on Remembrance Day. And then all the money goes to veterans. Last Monday in May. Third Monday in May is Victoria Day here. Or May 2-4. Because her birthday was on May 24th. And 2-4 is beer. Bird Gold? I do not know what that is. There is a goat. There was never a goat here before. There's usually a boar walking or some pigs walking around. It's a Canadian beer, I think. I've had it once. Not a huge beer person, but I've had a few. I'm not a beer person at all. I prefer liquor more, or cider. I really like cider. Oddly enough, I got into beer cider. Or not beer cider, pear cider, sorry. I don't like pears at all. And I usually have, it's funny because I usually drink green apple cider, and I don't like green apples either. Like the one apple, well, I like green apples. I don't like the green apple, like artificial green apple flavor though. But I really like the pear cider. Dad like beer, lagers mostly. I like ciders too. Yeah, my dad's a huge beer guy. I honestly don't know what he drinks. I think he just drinks them. Well, now he drinks like that's because he's loud. Okay, so I can drink beer. I've heard of them. We have a beer that I got 3. So I've cut down 2 of these trees, and I got 1 extra seed out of it. Years ago, last time we went to beer fest here, like every summer we have a beer festival downtown along the beach. And log. Like you basically go up and you just buy these Oktoberfest kind of thing, but yeah, it's more, well, everything here is more in the summer. Like you don't do much in October because weather's just bad in October. It's either going to rain or snow. We just ignore October, really. But yeah, it's not really that as big as Oktoberfest at all. It's really just a bunch of tents. You go down, there's some people playing music, like some bands performing on a stage or something like that. And then there's a bunch of little, like, a lot of vendors. So it's mostly craft beers. Well, it's all craft beers. They have, like, each one will have their own tent, and you just go and you get like a little those little water cups full of whatever they have, and you just try them. I mean, we do the exact same thing for maple syrup. Except the maple syrup cups are a lot smaller. One of the craft places here has a watermelon beer, and that was quite interesting because really it's just like, it just tastes like beer, and then the aftertaste is just like, it tastes like you just ate a watermelon. You don't like watermelon? It does sound gross. It was not bad. I will say that much. And this coming from somebody who, like, I admit I don't like beer. I will say, this is just going to come out bad no matter how I say it. If I drink beer, it's typically American because it does taste more like water. My thing is all messed up here. 1, my weapon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0. You don't like the artificial watermelon? Got it. I completely understand you. As I said, I like eating green apples. I cannot stand artificial green apple. I think it is a horrible taste. I don't like artificial cherry. That is also horrible. This cough syrup tastes like cherry. Vomit. Sorry. That's horrible. The one artificial fruit flavor I absolutely adore is banana. What am I going for? Oh, I need a shovel. Right. My axe is okay. That's okay. I don't like berries, any berries in general. So I don't really go for any artificial berries. I got a lot of sticks here that I can't really use. Okay, you're full. Let's bulk storage is up here. You know what? I'm gonna throw another one over on the other side there, where we're storing the wood. Let's take you. Mooney, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so continue doing that. This isn't necessary at all. I just want them spaced out. And it's easier to see this than it is. Like the... Oops, that's not right. This path block here. Or path block here, sorry. Nothing can grow on it, so there will never be grass there. So it just kind of highlights that centerpiece. Good use, school? Oh, I'm not in school. It's been a few years. I'm alright myself. Oh, one thing. I've been having internet issues off and on all week. If I crash out internet-wise, I will not be streaming for the rest of the week because I'm giving up on it. Yeah, on Monday when I had my interview, I was literally rushing, like, the half hour before the interview, I was trying to get the internet sorted. One more. If you stop wearing shoes, are you defeated? I don't get it. Okay, yeah. I mean, I was streaming yesterday and about 90 minutes in the internet gave out and I struggled to get it back and then I just gave up. It was out for the rest of the day. No feet, no need for shoes. Did I say no feet? I mean, I don't wear shoes in general. I go outside all the time barefoot. He's going, this went right over your head. I agree. It did go. Have you had any snow yet? Well, yes, we have. I live on a snow belt, so we always get snow. It's melting. We had 3 days of snow. I was just trying to mess with you. I call it a win anyway. Where is... We have a tree planted. Where is it? It is over here. Right, you're the one that's planted that needs to be moved eventually. 58 days. 57... Ah, you frickin' suck, too. Oops. I was hoping that one of them was way off. So you mean quitting streaming like for a week if it bombs out? Most likely, well, I mean, it cut out yesterday and it just flipped on and off. Like basically it would come back on for about 2 minutes every 10 minutes. And then like that's when we were talking is why, like basically I would send you a couple messages and you would get them all in one shot there because like that's just when the internet kicked back on. And then it would just turn back off and do it again. And basically we didn't get proper internet until I want to say 1 a.m. And even then I tried to watch something and it kept lagging out. It seems fine now, fingers crossed. If it, I will, like, I don't want to not stream tomorrow. I like playing this game. And I want to play with you. But the frustration of it, holy crap. When they mess with the lines here, I usually reboot router when they finish. I rebooted it probably about 20 times in the past, like this week. I also didn't know which one the router was. I thought it was a different machine. I just rebooted everything though. What's your favorite animal? I don't know. Probably moose. Because they scare the crap out of me. Chipmunks, I like to go nuts. I hate chipmunks. We have chipmunks out back. They're destructive. So basically, chipmunks are, anybody who doesn't know, chipmunk is mice. I remember talking to somebody one day, like one of my pen pals, and I was video chatting with them, and all they could hear was a chipmunk. And they're like, "What is that noise?" It was a nickname for years. I can understand that one. But basically, the way chipmunks work is one of them will sit in a tree, high up in a tree, and then basically it chirps every 15, 20 seconds until it sees basically, and then all the other chipmunks will run around and do whatever they need to do. And then when a predator comes in, the one in the tree will stop chirping, and the silence means that they all go and hide. So all you hear all day long is chirp, 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 and it's like, oh, shut the hell up. And the tree that they sit in is right outside my window. So it's just like, you gotta die, seriously. Here's a September 11th. What's your birthday? I'll give you a hint. My birthday is usually the last day of the month. Ground squirrel, we call them because they live in a hole here. Yep, I listen to them when I hunting and focus where the noise is. Yeah. It's funny because like one of the times my girlfriend was over and she's just like, they're just calling to you. They're just sitting there going, Dave, Dave, Dave. I'm like, now that's all I hear. And it's just like, oh my God, shut up. Your world is beautiful. Dope. Thank you. I try to make it look nice. It's got a lot more work to go into it. Annie, can you figure my riddle out? My birthday is usually the last day of the month. There's no mobs. I don't have any seeds on me. Why don't I have any saplings? There. '30th or 31st, maybe 28th, 29th if you leave here. You gotta be more specific though. And you can't say every day, Annie. You just said 4 days of a month. Is it a bit general of a question? I feel it really isn't. November 30th? No. He's talking to the girl who failed calculus? How do you fail calculus? Math was my best subject. I can't tell you what season. Literally everything is in that statement. Everything you need to know is in that statement. Can only be 1 day. When's your birthday, Annie? I missed your birthday? You told me it was your birthday. I wouldn't. It was the 7th of November? Well, happy birthday. I wasn't advertising? I never advertise my birthday. The only fun part about my birthday is the fact that my birthday is a riddle.